ArsenalFanTV Mo, good win today. Cruising in the first half, easy as you like. 1-0 up, thinking to yourself, you know what, this could be 3-4 there. Ozil missed a couple of chances. Ox missed a couple of chances. Then all of a sudden they're back in it. But to be fair, great performance in the end.
Yeah, 100%. Look, first half we were accomplished and just dominant. It was easy. And I know you have to be realistic. You can't take every single chance. But I just think for the majority of this season, the majority of games, we haven't been taking as many chances as we should have, really. And so, it gets a bit tiresome to kind of say should have taken our chances. That's always true. But today I think we had some gilt-edged chances. The Ozil one, the keeper came off his line, hesitated, was in no man's land, and you'd back Ozil to just loop that over him all day, and he didn't. And, we had some chances, and I was nervous before the game today. I was thinking it's going to be a 1-0. I thought it would be quite tight. And at half-time, 1-0, I was thinking we should have at least got 2, probably 3. I was fearing the worst. And then when they got their penalty, which for me, I still don't understand who fouled who in that, because it looked to me like Cech came, didn't make any contact with the player. Player went over him, stayed on his feet. Koscielny came, got in front of him. Cech might have got in the way to an extent that the player had to kind of check his run and slow down a little bit. But this is football, for God's sake. That is allowed. I mean, what are you meant to do? Roll out the red carpet?
It's a home decision.
But listen,
you know what?
Robbie,
listen, they're gonna if the player feels any contact,
No, but there was no contact. That's my point. There was no contact from Cech, and I think if I'm not wrong, Cech got the yellow card. Yeah. Koscielny came in and got in front of the man. I'm literally baffled. And look, I appreciate that I'm 150 yards away from the Alexis penalty, but that to me looked like more of a penalty, and I'll go home and watch it again. And I don't like talking about referees. I hardly ever. In all the times I've spoken to you after games, I think you can count on one hand how many times I've spoken about referees, because I hate to speak about referees after we've lost, because it makes it look like I'm trying to shift the blame and, make the referee accountable for our defeat, when in reality, we would have had chances, would have made mistakes, and I'd rather focus on that. Only time I'm actually comfortable talking about referees, you can call, basically I'm the anti-bully, but only time I'm comfortable talking about referees is when we've won, because then I'm sure people can appreciate that I'm actually objectively appraising a referee. I thought he was shocking today. That was never a penalty in my book. R1 seemed to be a stonewall penalty, and as I said, I'll look at the replay when I get home, but just all game the decisions were ridiculous. But look, it's a sign of a good team when you can, and I said this to you once in an interview ages ago, when we had the Invincibles, referees weren't as influential to the result of our team because we were that good. And today, we played like a team of men. And we just bucked up our ideas. We fought. I think we were better, stronger, quicker in every single department. And we played like men. And when I went up to my seat, I looked at the pitch from a vantage point, and I had a flashback. And I saw Theo Walcott jumping over a tackle when the goalkeeper was off his line last year when we drew 0-0, and I was livid. And I'd forgotten about that, and when I got to my seat, I remembered that. And it was very nice to see today a team of 11 people fighting. And Walcott's been brilliant this season, that's not a dig. But it's nice to see 11 players coming out there absolutely fighting and doing brilliantly. And for me, a special mention to Kieran Gibbs, who I thought came in was brilliant. He looks like he's been playing every single week. And Monreal hasn't been his brilliant usual standard this season in the last few games, especially in my opinion, and it's going to be tough to tell Kieran Gibbs that he can't play the next game and the one after that if he carries on. Chamberlain as well, look, finishing needs some work, right? But the cross that he put in for Alexis, it was absolutely superb. Just brilliant wing play. So simple. You've got the pace, you've got the strength, nudge it past him, perfect cross. Alexis playing like a textbook centre forward, coming across the front man and glancing it, and was absolutely brilliant. But praise Alexis for didn't I say Ozil? I meant Alexis. Praise Alexis for his performance today. And I've always said this, I don't think he's the answer at centre forward. And when Giroud came on, I felt like instantly our shape, our structure to our team was so much better, and he just made that difference. And what I've always said, Giroud, why I don't like to criticise him is because he always puts himself in the positions to kind of be under that magnifying glass. We know he's not clinical, he might miss chances, but he never ever stops trying. And again today, it's no surprise that it was the touch, the goal for Giroud, because he always puts himself in that position. And Alexis, to me, doesn't have that natural killer striker instinct to get in those positions all the time.
He scored 2 goals today.
I appreciate that, but that's the thing.
He scored a lot of goals this season. And I think he's been... I'm sorry, I disagree. I think at the moment... he is looking like a striker.
Alexis
I think he
is
gives
so good. You're never going to keep him quiet. But
he
Giroud
gives so much problems to defenders. Today you could see it all game long. He was just like a thorn in the side of, you know, that one guy was just occupying all four of them up front.
There's games
and for
where...
me, just my opinion, I think he has to stay as a centre forward right now. That's just me. He's speed in behind.
Look, I personally think, there's another point I wanted to make as well. I personally think Iwobi, he's come into the team and he's playing well above his years. But it doesn't mean we as fans should judge him beyond his years. Because I think we need to be patient with him. He's so young. And we shouldn't make him a victim of his own success, really, because of how well he's done. We know he'll dip. He's not going to be able to maintain his level. And I think we are starting to see that dip. I think it's a perfect chance. Take him out. Just protect him a little bit. Put Alexis on the wing. Put Giroud up front. Because... for me, the team looked absolutely brilliant, and it looked to me like Alexis and Giroud loved playing with each other when they both got on. So look, it was brilliant today. Very, very happy. And one thing as well, I've got a bone to pick with Troops. Yeah, listen, Troops, you hate Wenger, and now you're having pictures with him. I hate you for it. Just like everyone else, we're all a little bit jealous. Stop putting it in our faces, all right? Because I know I want that to be me, chilling with the players, chilling with Wenger. So please do us a favour. Don't throw it in our faces. We're all a bit jealous. Go easy on us, mate.